Hi everybody, here we are again, and it's a Woodforde's Nog, and we're here to talk about it. So, it's one of the Woodforde's old malt kits. What came with the kit? It came with 2 tins of pre-hot malt extract. I'm not impressed. They're these rip-lid tins that come with their own pull-off ring, which pulls off quite a lot of the time. It doesn't matter how you try to do it, they end up ripping off. If it worked, I mean, there's nothing wrong with a tin opener. I've got a tin opener. So, not impressed. Woodforde's, if you're listening, if these are more expensive, go back to the other tins. I'm assuming they are more expensive because they just don't work. They make life harder work. When the tab rips off, you've got to go and find a fork and carefully wind it off and stop whinging. Not good. It also came with 2 packets premium unspecified yeast. 2 6-gram packets, made in the EU. Yeah, it doesn't say what they are. I didn't use them. I reused my SO4 as usual. And that's it for the kit. So just cheap and cheerful. Malt extract. Yeast. Instructions on the side. I didn't read them. I have made this before, and I've made it many years ago, and what put me off was that you had to brew it, supposedly, to 35 pints, and you'd get something like a 5.5% beer. I didn't want 5.5%. And the Admiral, you brewed it even, I think it was the Admiral's Reserve. Used to brew it to 32 pints. Well, I want 40 pints because I drink like a fish. So I have cut a bit off one of the boxes previously. It's Supreme Champion Beer of Britain, Dark Ale, approximate ABV of 4.5%. Now, when brewed to 40 pints. I used to brew it to 40 pints and get 4.5%, but I didn't get beer like that. So I'm suspecting they've changed the recipe. Let's have a quick look at the facts and figures. So starting gravity was 1.046 at 23 degrees C. The final gravity, bit high, at 1.018 at 23 degrees C. No change in temperature. It's summer. It ferments at what it is, and it's 23 degrees. Has been for a while. So giving an ABV of approximately 3.8%. So a little on the low side. I prefer a couple of percentage higher, 4%, up to 4.5%. I've got a narrow band. 3.8 is a bit low, 4.6 a bit high. Stop waffling. Price of the kit was £23.95. giving a price per pint of 59.875 pence per pint. So, still pretty cheap. Is that 57 or 59? I can't read my own writing. It could be 59, could be 57. Either way, it's less than 60p a pint. So, let's have a look at it. As you can see, you can get ahead. Doesn't really stick around. I think it just about keeps the cap. Definitely keeps a ring, just about keeps the cap, and produces some nice lacing on the glass. It is a deep smoke on the water, fire in the sky. No, sorry, deep purple. That's the one. Yeah. Flash it with the torch so you can perhaps see what I'm saying. Because, yeah, a deep ruby, deep purple. It is clear, as usual, but you can't really see through it. It's that dark, so it's without the light behind it. It's brown. A dark ale. Let's give it a sniff. Aroma. Yeah, getting roasty notes. Treacle on the nose. Yeah, like bonfire toffee. Treacle toffee. That's nice, that. Yeah. Give it a swig. Not a huge amount of sweetness as it finished so high. So that's non-fermentable sugars which don't taste sweet. But there's, yeah, it's all malt. Malt. Nothing, I don't think there's out but malt really. Trying to see if there's anything but malt. There's a very gentle bittering, but there's almost a smoky flavour. There's dark roast, almost burnt black malt flavour, and quite a pronounced toffee, bonfire toffee flavour, treacle toffee. Yeah, so treacle-ish notes to that, and it's very nice. I like it because I like dark beers, and that is very nice. Thinking about it, midway through there is a bit of sweetness creeps in. Not much, just a bit. Just as the treacle flavour kicks in, there's a little bit of sweetness. Very nice, and a dirty glass because of I've got talcum powder all over it. I've been throwing talcum powder around. Honest. Yeah, I like that. And mouthfeel wise, solid medium. Yeah, medium to good, I would say. Stars out of 5. Taking into account the cost, and it's my style of beer, that's got to be a 5. Yeah, a solid 5. 5 out of 5. Right. Like, comment, and subscribe. See you next time. Cheers. Bye.
Wake up after